All right, guys, welcome back to day 4 of the Legal X Lounge. We are officially 4-0, undefeated this week. I am your host, Maya Reese. I'm joined today by Coach Parker. Coach Parker, how are you?
I'm great. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm good. Dallas, Mr. Legal Licks, how are you?
I'm all right, man. Trying to make these playoff games on my way to New York so I can be at the games live, actually.
So better picks so we can stay undefeated.
Yeah, of
hmm
course. Of course.
Okay, so just briefly, I think we should talk about yesterday because you guys hit literally spot on. We were 4-0, but the stats were basically the exact same. So I'm going to pull up that clip from yesterday just so we can see how accurate Legal Looks Lounge is.
The Sparks will go under. Team total under for the Sparks. I don't think they'll hit their team total. Vegas will be too much on the inside. The Sparks will have to hit 3-point shots, and they're not that good of a 3-point shooting team. You can't come on the inside with Big Liz or Asia. Vegas should kind of blow them out tonight. I'll be surprised if the Sparks stayed in the game. They have zero chemistry. I don't like how the Sparks are going to look this year.
Is that to win or the spread?
Whenever I give a pick, it's the spread. So
Mr. Legal Licks, that's what happened yesterday. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. Vegas blew the Sparks out. They were up 30 at one point. The Sparks didn't even hit 70 points, so they went way under. Liz and Asia dominated like I thought they would, and we 4-0, about to go 5-0 today.
All right, perfect. So I think now we can just dive straight into our first game. There are 4 games today. It's a lot of action. So our first game we're going to talk about is the Bucks versus Heat. So do you guys want to do a quick preview of that game for tonight?
Yeah, the Bucks Heat. The Heat put the Bucks out last year. The Bucks got vengeance on their mind. They upgraded their roster. This will be a totally different game this year. Due to the key player I'm gonna touch on in a few minutes. He's gonna change the outlook for the Bucks this year.
Okay. What do you think about tonight's game, Coach Parker?
I think the first game is always kind of like a coin toss, but I'm going to take the Heat. I actually got the Heat in the series. I just feel like the Heat got more dogs, and what I mean by dogs is animals that like to bite, and the Bucks. Show me somebody on their team that loves to bite. You got Jimmy, you got Bam, you got the young Chicago boy Kendrick Nunn, you got Iguodala, and then they got snipers all over the court in Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. So they just got weapons, and you really can't key on one player. And then, for me, my key player is Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy. Obviously, Giannis is key, but I just throw that out there because I want to throw the obvious key players, and then I have the second tier key players that we really gonna focus on.
Okay. So just to dive into the key players, Dallas, since you are the Chicago sports analyst, who are some of your key players for tonight?
Uh, my key player for the Miami Heat will be those snipers Coach Parker talking about. Basically the young guns. Jimmy gonna be Jimmy every night. He gonna get to the free throw line, gonna shoot 10 free throws, he gonna play defense, he gonna bring you toughness. But the supporting cast, Duncan Robinson, Hero, Dragic, all of those cats, they got to make 3-point shots. The Bucks were one of the worst teams that defended the three last year, and it hasn't changed this year. They just score a lot of points and give up a lot of threes. So Miami can run their offense through Bam the way Eric Spoelstra likes to run it, all of those down screens and handoffs and all of that type of thing to free up these shooters. And these shooters make shots. Milwaukee going to be in trouble. So that's basically the key for the Heat. They can make threes. The Heat make threes. They can win this game. Um, Key players for the Bucks. On the other hand, I think that, like I said, it's that new addition that they just got this year, and Mr. Holiday. Drew Holiday has always been one of the most exceptional guards in the NBA on both sides, defensively and offensively. He can give you everything. He has everything in this game. He can drive, he can pass, he can rebound, he can shoot the three, pick and roll, pick and pop, and he gonna lock down the opposing guard as well. This is this is why the Pelicans were able to put Damian Lillard out. They swept him a couple years back when it was AD and Drew, because Drew sat down on Dame Lillard. You know, he sat down on him, and Portland didn't have an answer on the inside for Anthony Davis coming out the pick and roll with Drew Holiday. So I think Drew Holiday is the key to this game, slowing down Jimmy if he has to, and just creating like some stability to the Bucks offense. And now that Giannis can shoot the three, of course, a little bit, it might be a totally different outlook. So between Drew and Giannis, I think that's what needs to happen for the Bucks to win.
Coach Parker, who are your key players per team?
I'm with Dallas. Holiday, the point guard. He settles them. He makes them much more of a playoff team. And he's just as an elite defender as Eric Bledsoe was. And so he's a do it all type of player. For Miami, I think it's Bam. His defensive presence is tremendous. Like AD, he can cover all sectors of the floor, and so he has such an impact. I didn't even think to mention him in Defensive Player of the Year, even though he would have been a long shot. But the keys for Miami, they got to be relentless. They got to be physical, because I think they're the more physical team. And the keys for Milwaukee, if they would have a chance, Giannis got to make those open jump shots. But again, I got the Heat.
Okay, so then just to what are some of your steps for success, Dallas? Who do you think is going to end up winning this game?
Whatever team could stop the other team from shooting threes. I mean, it's pretty simple in this game. The Bucks don't play defense. Will they play defense during the playoffs? Yes or no? The Bucks are going to score the ball no matter what. So it's really going to just come down to they defend the three to any capacity tonight. They've had stretches where they just lost to bad teams. They lost to Houston one game. They gave up 140-something points. So, I mean, if the Bucks can keep it high scoring but slow down the Heat three-point shooters, the Heat don't have enough firepower in order to score with the Bucks if they're not hitting threes. So the Heat, in order to win, they have to hit at least, I would say, 17 threes. The Heat needs 17 threes to beat the Bucks tonight. Yeah, they got to hit 17 threes to beat the Bucks, I think.
Okay. Coach Parker, what are some of your steps for success?
Giannis got to make his jump shot if the Bucks wants to have a chance to win. The bench has to come to play. For Miami, the shooters, they got to get them shooters loose. And then when I say be relentless and be aggressive and be physical, I'm speaking mainly on the defensive end. And Miami is known for, being a tough team, being a tough-minded team. So again, I feel like the more physical team is going to win. And right now, I feel like Miami is the more physical team.
So I'm looking throughout our comment section on Twitch. Someone said, player prop question. Will Jimmy score over under 24.5 points today? Dallas, what do you think?
I wouldn't touch it because you never know. Jimmy just gonna play however the game supposed to be played. You can't really Jimmy points as a prop is not really a good one unless he going against a team he doesn't like. Like if he going against Philly or if he going against Minnesota, then he gonna go over his points. But with Jimmy, he might just let them young cats control the game, and he just might just be the point guard in the essence, and just make sure whatever in the game is low turnover and whatever needs to be done in the game is being done. If it's rebounding, assisting, setting screens, whatever. And I think the key is not Jimmy in this game. The key is getting the young guys going. So I can really see Jimmy getting his assist tonight, if anything.
Coach Parker, what do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think Jimmy shows. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Jimmy is going for points. I think Jimmy's going for wins. And so I think the only way I would take that bet if it was a closeout game and the Heat was on the verge of being eliminated. Then I say, oh, Jimmy gonna take his hat off. He's gonna go for his.
Okay, perfect. I think this is the perfect time to transition into our next game. Tonight we have the Clippers versus the Mavericks. So who are some of your players for tonight?
Clippers, Luka, and Kawhi. We're gonna get that out the way. Those are my focal players. But I think for the Mavericks, it's everybody else. Like there's Luka, then there's everybody else, and so we never know who the rest of the team who's on that in that unit that's going to show up. Could be Brunson, it could be Tim Hardaway Jr. A number of guys can step up and make plays. They're big, so I think size can play a factor. But we'll see. But again, there's Luka. You know what he's going to bring. He's probably going to be a triple double guy, and then there's everybody else. For the Clippers, I think the Kawhi Leonard, throwing Kawhi Leonard and Paul George at Luka the whole game. So I think, going small, Morris, they able to go small, able to play, kind of like and able to switch out. And if they get in pick and roll with Luka, then you got somebody like Morris who can step out and cover almost just as well as a Paul George or Kawhi Leonard.
Okay. Dallas, who are some of your key players for this Clippers Mavs game?
Paul George is the key for the Clippers. We know what Kawhi gonna give you every night. Kawhi gonna be Kawhi Leonard. Paul George, they got a question on him in the past couple years. Is he playoff P? Is he not playoff P? Playoff P hasn't been good recently, but I think that Paul George is determined this year to really write his name in the playoffs. And the Mavericks don't have a perimeter defender for him because their main perimeter defender would be Finney Smith, and he'll be guarding Kawhi Leonard. The fact that he'll be guarding Kawhi Leonard, that means it's going to be a secondary defender on Paul George. I'll probably be Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim is a tough cat, but Paul George on his game, Tim can't fuck with him. Paul George will be able to shoot over him in the post. He should be able to get to the rim on him. And Tim, I don't think really Tim want to take people off screen that much and work as hard as he'll have to work guarding PG. Because Tim going to have to carry a decent load for the Mavericks on offense. So I like Paul George. For the Dallas Mavericks, key player will be Porzingis. I think the big fella got to come play. I mean, it's 2 All-Stars on that Dallas team. It hasn't seemed like it all year, but Porzingis is brought over there to be an All-Star. He got to play like an All-Star. He can't just play like a regular person, you know what I'm saying? He's a unicorn. He has to be unbelievable. He has to make the three-point shot. He has to block shots at the rim. He has to be versatile. If he's not, Dallas doesn't have a chance. Porzingis doesn't come to play, they're going to get blown up. Because Luka going to come to play. Luka is winning. And if he has a running mate that can pick and pop with him like that allows Luka to be able to finish at the rim a lot easier. It opens up the floor for the rest of the shooters. If Porzingis is hitting shots from out there, playing the 5, that whole court is open for one of the best decision makers and one-on-one players in the NBA. Luka doesn't go fast, none of that type of shit. So Porzingis comes to play, they'll be fine tonight.
All right, perfect. Parker, do you want to dive in a little bit and talk about your steps for success for whichever team is going to take the W?
Yeah, throw the. I think the Clippers are going to win, but I think they just got to throw multiple defenders at Luka throughout the game. I would start with Kawhi because there's a psychological, I guess, it's an advantage when you say, "Oh man, I got to go against Kawhi," and then from Kawhi, Paul George, I would keep Morris in at maybe a 5, just so that if they want to pick a roll, not look up, slow Luka down, and just keep throwing bodies at him. If they do that, I feel like he's the only real threat, to really kind of undo what they've put together, which is a championship caliber team.
So your pick for tonight is who?
Clippers.
Okay. Let me come back really quick. So next we're going to talk about the Celtics versus the Nets. Do you want to talk about your preview for that game?
Again, I'm gonna throw the obvious out so that we can get to some of the gristle, but the meat of it is Tatum and Harden to me. And I say Harden, a lot of people have, for whatever reason, they've written Harden off in terms of his effectiveness on the court. But I actually thought that Harden was making a strong case for MVP. But we look at Tatum, we talking about a kid that he's showing you that he can get 50. He's actually gotten 60. He's setting records that he can do it on a consistent basis. And he does it against multiple defensive looks. So tremendous player, tremendous young player, and he still haven't really hit his peak. And so he's getting better, seems like each and every game, each and every series. So maybe Tatum arrives as a bona fide superstar. He is a star. And maybe he arrives as a bona fide superstar. One thing I said about Tatum is, unlike Dallas's MVP last night, when he hits hitting shots, he's not celebrating. He ain't shimmying. He's getting back on D and he's picking up his next time. And I'm throwing that little jab because, y'all didn't give me an opportunity to get into that. They got his MVP sitting at the house watching everybody else. So yeah, Tatum is the man, but I also feel like James Harden has been unstoppable these last couple of years. I've yet to see anybody stop James Harden. The only thing that stops James Harden is injury. And so even as a Brooklyn Net, James Harden was averaging just about a triple double, and when he was on the floor with them, they were practically unbeatable. So I play Harden. But besides those two guys, I'm gonna throw it real quick. I think it comes down to coaching, particularly from Boston's coach Brad Stevens. I feel like he has to bite. He has to show that he's willing to bite with his guys. He's a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a likable guy. But I look at somebody like Tom Thibodeau. People don't like him, but he get the most out of his players. And I say people don't like him, I don't mean that people don't like him. I mean that he's not a likable guy. He's always. I saw him and Chris Paul getting into it, and they said Taj Gibson and not Chris Paul down. But Kyrie on the other end, Kyrie getting into his bag and going and doing what he do. That's going to be key. Obviously, KD is going to be KD.
For Tibbs, I don't think it's that people don't necessarily like him. I think he's known for overworking his players. So it's
that's you don't you're like, here come Tibbs. Tibbs finna have 2 practices this week. Tibbs is intense. And so I like intensity is what intensity. He's not a Steve Kerr. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, y'all want to take off today? All right, I'll see you guys. Guys, we're trying to win an NBA championship. I went to the Bulls game and I sat way up and I could hear Tibbs, even raspy voice. Defense, pick up, hold up. And even in his press conferences, he gives his all as a coach. And that's not to say that Brad Stevens and Steve Kerr don't. But I'm just saying that energy, he brings the energy to the game like a Chuck Davis. And I appreciate guys like that. Everybody not be myself when I'm coaching. Like I'm a different animal when I'm coaching and playing. I'm a nice guy off the court, but in the game, y'all don't have no friends. Not even on my team.
Dallas, Celtics versus Nets. Who are some of your key players?
My key player for the Celtics will be Tristan Thompson. That's of course the Tatum and Kemba have to come play, but the key will be really Tristan because the Nets are smaller. The way to beat the Nets is offensive rebounding usually. You offensive rebound and you get some putbacks at the center because the Nets center usually tries to block the shots. So it's either going to be DeAndre Jordan playing center tonight and he'll be trying to block everything that comes to the rim, leaving the offensive rebound open for Tristan Thompson and putback opportunities, or it'll be KD down there with Tristan Thompson at the 5. With KD down at the 5 with Tristan's just stronger than KD. He's going to out-rebound Kevin Durant. And if Blake is down there, Blake can't jump no more. So it's like, no matter who's down there with Tristan Thompson, he should have the advantage offensive rebounding. Offensive rebounds lead to open 3-point shots. Open 3-point shots lead to the Celtics having a chance in this game. It's crazy that they're going to have to try to outscore Brooklyn, which probably can happen, which leads into my key player for Brooklyn. It'll be Kevin Durant. Just him. He's the best player, best isolation basketball player, most unstoppable piece. He can score from anywhere on anyone. No matter how much time is left, he can get a good shot off. Nothing is a contested shot. He's 7 feet with a handle. Can shoot the 3, mid-range, post up, run pick and roll, can rebound, block shots.
switch on
Hey.
defense. I mean,
Hey,
I think he's the best player ever to touch the basketball.
hey, Dallas.
I knew he was going to say that.
Dallas. He sounds like an
I'm listening to you.
MVP. He sounds like an MVP caliber player.
Oh yeah.
He does. Hey, he does it all.
Oh, he's a bad mamma jamma. He's the baddest man on the planet.
Yeah.
He's definitely the baddest man on the planet.
Hey, he plays defense. He don't let people game him. You know what I'm saying? On national TV for a closeout game.
I mean, I could have sworn I took the Grizzlies last night, man. The
No, you did.
Memphis.
I'm only messing with you because you know, and I respect your pick because you took him as MVP, but you knew that they weren't going nowhere. And so I'm like, maybe I think he was just fishing. Yeah, I think he was just fishing. I don't think he was really. Even when KD was on the team with them, right? Who was getting the last shot? KD.
Man, the baddest man on the planet because he gonna get the. If Michael Jordan was on the team, KD getting that last shot. That's what I'm
taking the words right out of my mouth, which is why I'm saying, you know, he's down the line when it comes to MVP. You know, he's a bad man, but I'll take KD over him, over Curry.
So KD is part of you all's steps for success for the Nets to win?
It's not even a step for success. KD is going to be KD. I already, whatever the stat line on KD, you can put that. You can put that next to his name, right? We know that certain players they go up and down. KD is solid. He's solid on a bad night, 25. On a bad night, you know, if they win and they up 30, he'd be like, all right, I'm good with 22.
Bad night.
Yeah. On a great night for the team, KD will have 22 because everybody else playing. But you know, when he's KD, yeah, he's 30.
Right, Dallas.
I mean, Brooklyn just gotta. I mean, Brooklyn gonna win the game. I mean, you can't beat that team. I mean, Brooklyn rebound somewhat, just don't get killed on the boards by double digits. Boston don't have a chance against them. They don't. We gotta like you usually would say slow Tatum down. They don't gotta have Tatum slow down. Whatever Tatum do, gonna get outmatched by KD. Like it's gonna be outmatched. It's like he can't. Bradley Beal, big bro, all that. Like it ain't. Dude, man, you get him mad, he gonna go off on you. Michael Porter thought he was doing something a couple weeks ago. They played, you know what I'm saying? Denver get up like 20 points on him. Porter had 20, like almost 20 points in the first half. Then KD switch on to him. Different story, and that just pissed KD off. So it's like, Tatum, do you want to really put this ball in the bucket and piss this man off so he can go off on y'all? And I feel like Harden and them been chilling. Harden, Kyrie, Brooklyn, the whole team just been in cruise control. So I mean, first day of the playoffs, I see them all ready. They thirsty. This is what they've been waiting on. They in Brooklyn. I'm gonna be there. They know Legal League's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Right. They know what time it is. So they're gonna take off on them cats.
Yeah, they chilled. They chilled the last month of the season. Like, man, we can slide in 1, 2, or 3. It don't matter. We the best team in the East. Everybody knows this. It's no question.
And still winning.
Yeah, and if they play defense,
all they still winning by 15 points.
Yeah, all they got to do is lock in on D. They win easily. Yeah, Boston might get one game. Yep. Maybe might get one game, but other than that, they crazy.
All right, let's move on to the next game of the night. We have the Trailblazers versus the Nuggets. There are a lot of people that are missing this game, though. But for a quick preview, what do you all think of this game tonight?
You want to go at it first, or you want me to?
Man, I go. I'm in a rhythm, so I'm gonna keep it consistent. Dame and Joker. You know, we gotta throw those names out first so that people don't think that we're crazy when we start talking about other players. So Dame and Joker is gonna be Dame and Joker. Okay, got that out the way. Now, the key player for me is Norman Powell. Right? I thought Norman. He looked like he's from Chicago. He looked like he's from 87th Street, 3079. The way he played the game. I like guys like this. I'm gonna turn it back to that pick. I like guys that play the game and they don't smile a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't no game, bro. This is work. This is war. You know. Hey, Dallas, they ain't shimmying in the middle of the game.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And guys, I know like Iverson, they win games. They come in the locker room like, man, we ain't done nothing. That's just one game. We got a whole series. Let's go. Everybody celebrating. They don't smile. Storm and Norman don't smile. He put the ball in the bucket. That's it. And then on the other end with the Nuggets, the point guards, because they got to make up for the loss of Murray. So it's the combination of Monte, Rivers, and it's another one they use. I forget, but I think Monte Morris and Austin Rivers are going to be the two guys that have to keep pace and keep everybody, on track. And so, I got Portland to win this game. I got Portland to win the series. I got my boy stone faced it. Hey, I'm not smiling when I see you home. I'm just waving goodbye. Right? I'm not shimmying. Right? I'll talk about it later.
Right,
Yeah.
for sure. Man, let's just jump right into the key players for this one. This gonna be a series. It's a tainted series. No Jamal Murray. I just want to jump right into my key players. My key player for Portland is Dame Dollar and CJ McCollum, basically the three guards.
Yeah.
And also, man, I ain't gonna lie, they whole starting five. I wish he was a key player. Everybody got to come play.
Yeah.
And it's for a different reason. Every person.
The boy from Chicago, man, I love his game. Covington.
Oh, Rob Covington. Yep, he definitely won too. But I think Damian Lillard is selling in pick and roll with Jokic. I have a rule. It's the Jokic rule. Big Joker can't move his feet, no matter who it is coming off the screen. A lot of people so when I was talking to Big Mitchell, my uncle, he coached in the NBA 20 years. The first thing he asked me when he break down the game, I'll say, he say, who guarding Damian Lillard? At first, I would say something like Jamal Murray or whoever the other point guard is. But in reality, Jokic is guarding Damian Lillard. Because once you set that screen, that big man either has to hedge, switch, or go under the screen or go over the screen. Or just play under and play the gap. Jokic is always going to be in no man's land with Damian Lillard because he can shoot the deep three. He can split the D. He can just blow by you. He can do whatever. So, and Jokic is probably one of the worst at sticking one of those shifty guards. So, whenever those shifty guards play against the Nuggets, I always take the other team. And this is the best it gets. With Dame, CJ, and Powell, Joker's going to have a long night. And the fact that they're not going to have the other guard to go back at Damian Lillard and Jamal Murray, that's going to prove to be a long night for Denver, a long series for Denver at that. Yeah, those guys go for 30, I think, 20 plus, easy. The key player for Denver will be Michael Porter. Michael Porter just going to have to go off scoring. I don't think Denver really have a chance in this series or in the game. Jokic won't be able to dominate because Nurkic will make Jokic play defense. He might even get in foul trouble. And then the thing about Portland now, they got another big fella that's coming off the bench. They got Cantor coming off the bench, just going to try to get 1 million rebounds and just keep Joker working. So Denver in for a long night, I think, a long series too. They're going to really – that Jamal Murray being missing is going to show.
Okay. Do you want to dive into some of your steps for success tonight, Coach Parker? Who do you think's going to win?
Yeah, I just saw CJ and Dame work out. CJ continue to, get in that mid-range game and, get you 24, 25 points. And then Dame, he's Dame. He controls the pace. So, again, I feel like Portland has an advantage, even though they're the lower seed. For the Nuggets, they got to make up for the absence of Murray. And so that starts with the point guard play. So, they got to slow the tempo down a little bit and be a lot more deliberate in their offense. And so I feel like if they, is getting that shot up, with under 7 seconds, it takes some of the points out and some opportunities for Portland to put the tempo and to get over, 115, 120 points. Yeah, shout out to Keywan Ransom, though. I saw that comment about the Heat missing Crowder. Hey, Keywan, guess who Crowder play for now? We're gonna talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's Crowder gonna be huge for the Heat. That's why I don't feel like the Heat has excelled as much because that was kind of the Giannis style.
No. He's not gonna be huge for the Heat.
A strong body.
He's not gonna be huge for the Heat. He's gonna be huge for somebody else.
For Phoenix, yeah, I'm saying he's gonna be huge. That he's not there. They're gonna miss him. That Miami series is gonna look a lot different without Crowder. I guarantee you that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to give some of your steps for success for the game tonight, Dallas?
The Jokic rule. That's it. That's all. That is the step for success. For Portland, as long as they excel in pick and roll, Dame makes shots. I mean, I don't think there's no way it doesn't happen. That's just I'm sold on that. That's just something I'm sold on. Portland gonna kill them in pick and roll, and Jokic gonna have a long night. Denver steps of success. Porter has to have 30. Yeah, Porter has to have 30. He has to have 30. Jokic has to have 30 in a triple double. Monte Morris has to come off the bench and play well. Will Barton has to have 15 and 5 and 5. Denver gonna have to have an out of body experience in order to win the game. What'd you say, Maya?
If you check the ticker, Will Barton, he's missing the game because of his hamstring.
Oh, no Will Barton. Oh, these people, man.
Yeah.
They just on the extra. They just playing a couple extra games for their health. They going home.
Who you talking about? Who is going home?
Denver going home.
Oh yeah, easily. But see, that goes back to Denver's going home, right? But who's the MVP, right? Curry at home, but he's the MVP. Nobody's talking about Philly going to the championship, but they like, well, the MVP candidates are Embiid, Joker, and Curry. All these cats gonna be at the crib, right? Meanwhile, real MVPs are gonna be, playing in the conference finals and moving on. So I feel like we got to call Adam Silver, man. We need new criteria for being one considered MVP. First, you got to be in the playoffs. You're not in the playoffs, you're not MVP candidate. Right. Second, I feel like you got to make something else happen. You can't just score. You got to be all defense, lead the league in assists, rebounds, something. And then the other thing is man, somebody said something about Caruso yesterday. I thought we were joking, so I'm like, okay, that's funny. I thought they meant LaRusso. You said dude from California. You talking about Daniel LaRusso from Karate Kid. I'm like, Russo. You have to be on the floor. Caruso is a good player, but nah, not in the mention. So I feel like they should stop releasing the MVP candidates before the playoffs start because you do yourself a disservice. Start talking about guys that's not going to even be, looked at. It is based on the regular season. I get that. But the ultimate goal of the regular season is to do what? To score the most points? It's to make it to the playoffs so that you have a chance to win the NBA finals. In college football, the Heisman, typically is going to a bowl game, right? Yeah. In baseball, your MVP is typically in the playoffs. I'm just making it a point. I get Curry is a great player, but nobody's saying Jokic is they gonna win. You think Denver gonna win? Nope. Think Philly gonna win? Nope. So we'll see though. They have a chance. I wouldn't put.
I mean, the who I think the MVP was got injured. It was James Harden, hands down. It was like no questions asked. So it's like that's really what.
Yeah, exactly. So we had to do our alternates, But yeah, real MVPs show up in the playoffs.
All right, perfect. So on this Legal Leaks episode, we actually have our first guest star. So we're gonna have one of our celebrity picks come on. He's gonna come on and give some of his picks who he thinks is going to take it all. So I'm gonna add him up here now. He's just a renowned actor. He's been on Snowfall. He's been on Ballers. Now he's gonna be on Power. But I feel like what most people don't know is that he's a former athlete. He was offered a baseball scholarship to Grambling. So he knows what he's talking about. So we're going to bring him on here and welcome Chris. Hi, Chris.
Yo, what up, y'all? What up, everybody? What up, Coach? Maya?
Whoa.
Dallas? What it do, brother?
No, what up, Chris?
K-Lo.
Sorry for the mess, man. I got a lot going on. I'm moving out my crib, so I got boxes everywhere.
Yeah, I see them bottles behind you, bro. I see them bottles. I see what you drinking.
Man.
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to Branson and my boss, man, 50 Cent, man. I got nothing but Branson all in here. I got Branson everywhere. I need a deal.
I heard that.
Yeah, congratulations, bro, man. Power. That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, Power. Yeah, it's dope. I'm trying to get like you. Legal licks. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's a legal lick. You know that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Indeed, man.
Okay, so we're going to start with the Western Conference Championship. So, Chris, since you're our guest, you go first. Who do you think is going to take it?
Honestly, I kind of, after watching y'all and the way y'all talk about it, I don't want to just give a flat out answer. I kind of want to like talk about it the way Coach was. I was watching you like I was watching ESPN, y'all. I was watching it like you Stephen A, Coach. You definitely Stephen A. Like 100%. You more Jalen Rose, Dallas. You more Jalen, one of them cooler young niggas. But so I'm gonna say that I think the Western Conference Finals is the Suns and Lakers series. Whoever wins that series is gonna win the Western Conference Finals.
Hey, my man, bro. You I don't even have to say nothing.
I honestly think that Phoenix may upset them boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I honestly think that Phoenix might upset them boys. I'm not gonna lie. Snuck in by a lucky shot. LeBron.
Hey, what you say, bro? What you say you drink? Mama had to send you a bottle, man, just for that.
Man, hey, LeBron talking about a lucky shot.
You like, bro, what you drinking, man? I don't know you, man, but what you drinking? Let me send you a shot, bro. He on point.
The conference finals. We might as well it's just that series. That's the only series that matters. Whoever wins that gonna win the Western Conference. And that's it. And like I say, I really think LeBron might get upset. They got in by the thin hair of their chinny chin. That lucky shot he lying, talking about he saw 3 rims. I'm not buying it, LeBron. I'm just not. And it will surely unfold. And I think it might get exposed earlier in the playoffs than later.
Yeah. See, money, I see you, man. I am loving it. I am loving it.
I am loving it.
Loving it.
And the East, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go with Brooklyn, of course. It's either them or Philly, but I'm gonna take Brooklyn now that they actually all playing together. But at the same time, that big three, they've only played less than 10 games together this season. I think it's something crazy, like only 8 or 9 games they've only played all together at the same time. So they still learning each other at the same time. But I just think the talent is just too loaded. It's just, it don't even matter if they play 2 games or 20 games. I just think they're gonna beat them. It just is what it is, I think.
So I'm looking through the comments now. People are going back and forth. Some people think the Lakers are going to three-peat. Other people say that's cap.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not really buying the Lakers hype right now. There's just too hit or miss. They too fluky to be that good. It's like if when you that good and you that fluky, it make me not trust you because it's like you don't know which team gonna show up, and I don't even think they know which team gonna show up.
Look. As long as AD shooting fadeaways and he ain't in the post, they don't have a snowball's chance in hell, right? If he ain't gonna be a big man, they're not gonna win. Right?
Anytime that you betting and you see Anthony Davis rebounds over 7.5 plus like 200, like come on now, well, your big ass ain't getting 8.
Hey, look, hey,
come on, man.
We from Chicago, so we love ADs. But you know what we do in Chicago? We love them, but we hold our people accountable, right? I know AD. I used to coach against AD. I know his grammar school coach, Nate. I remember we beat them, and same thing Nate told him is what I'm telling AD. Y'all let these little bitty ass kids beat y'all. We played him with a 4th grade team. He was in 6th grade. And his coach, Nate, I know Nate from St. Calabanas. That was my man. We coached against each other for years. He came to his team. He said he had a running after the game. Running. Suicides. We sitting there watching. Yeah. He need Nate, do me a favor. Call AD. Tell him to get his big ass in the post.
Get in the post. Get your big ass under the basket. I swear to God.
That man think he KD. He don't know he AD.
Exactly.
What? Ain't the deep alone. Throw ass in the post. That's the coach in me. But the fan, I like AD. You know what I'm saying?
I love him. He's amazing, bro.
But Chicago, we don't hold no punches against our own, especially against our own.
Who you got coming out the East Coast, Walker?
Man, Chris said it, man. Ain't no need for me to even talk. I'm just like, yeah, what he said. Brooklyn is and if not Brooklyn, then who? That's the question. If not Brooklyn,
Philly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Philly. Basically,
they're gonna meet.
You and Chris Lofton on one accord.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they're gonna meet in the Eastern Conference Finals because I feel like Philly gonna beat New York. I feel like New York gonna slide by Atlanta, and Philly gonna get by whoever they playing, Washington easily. And I feel like they're gonna have New York. Some they probably go 6, maybe 7, but I feel like Philly gonna get there, and they'll finally get to a place where they deserve to be, which is the conference finals. But then Brooklyn just got too much firepower. So, and then for me, Chris, I'm gonna tell you about this. This will be my dream matchup, man. I'll be sitting over here, man. I'm ready to have an orgasm. I see Kyrie versus Chris Paul. I'm like, I don't care who win after that. My point is made.
That's it. That's beautiful finals right there. I
Yeah.
was just looking at this game right here. I honestly think them young boys, the Memphis Grizzlies, don't upset Utah.
I
was thinking that. I was thinking that last night.
It might go to full length, but they might upset them or take them all the way, bro. I don't know, bro. Utah, one of them fluky good teams too. They too fluky.
Jaren Jackson being back is huge for Memphis. But who you got coming out? Oh, so you got the West. Oh, you got the same thing. So you got the Suns coming out the West, right, Coach Parker?
Well, yeah, I feel like Phoenix is going to meet the Clippers. I feel like the Clippers are going to finally get past, and they're going to start to make some push. I still think they something missing. They'll play away, probably like point guard. They got Rondo now, but can Rondo play 35 minutes that is needed? He could come off the bench and give you 20, 27 maybe, but is Rondo ready to play 35 minutes? And I would like to see Rondo and Chris Paul matchup. That's an intriguing matchup for me. I know it's going to be a fight, and somebody going to get spit on or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like that with them.
For sure.
Yeah, they get at it.
For sure. So I got Brooklyn coming out the East. So I got Brooklyn coming out the East. No questions about it. Everybody healthy. There's no way they don't come out the East. That's the best team ever assembled in the history of basketball. There ain't never been a team better than that team. I don't care about the Warriors. None of that. It's go time. KD getting his ring instantly. Steve Nash is a smart coach. And people don't realize it because he got all the good players. The dude is smart. He probably was one of the best coaching first year head coaches ever. Like you could really tell how you got playing defense on the one string and offense on one string. They all in. Everybody on the team is all in. They got the pieces put together perfectly. Bruce Brown know his role. Everybody on that team know their role. That's the biggest part about winning the championship. If your teammates don't know their roles, you're not gonna win. Everybody has to know their role. Put all the puzzle pieces together perfectly. So the Eastern Conference, that's what that is. The West is a little bit more up for grabs. I like the Clippers though. I think the Clippers go to the championship this year. Rondo was the biggest thing. Lou Williams there, no. Rondo, point guard, why the Lakers won last year. Rondo, point guard, why the Clippers are gonna make it wherever they need to go. They're deep. They got 3 guards. They got Beverly. They got 3 different type of guards. Beverly, pitbull, play defense, agitate you. Then you got Rondo, cerebral assassin. Gonna just make the right decision, keep everybody on point and push the pace for you. And then Reggie Jackson, score the ball. Then we also got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They got benches on their mind. So it's like, and no one can guard Kawhi Leonard. And they also have the 3 best perimeter defenders in the NBA at each position, probably. Paul George probably one of the best shooting guard defenders. Kawhi, one of the best small forward defenders. Beverly, one of the best point guard defenders. And then you throw Serge Ibaka, who's been missing most of the season, at the 4, who can also play the 5. That's another addition that was huge because Ibaka can head. You know, I talk about the Jokic rule. Jokic can move his feet and pick and roll. Ibaka can move his feet and pick and roll. So I feel like the Clippers are the most versatile team. No matter who they play, they got the right matchup for them. They can throw Zubac in if they got a big fella down there that can't move. They can throw Ibaka down there. Somebody try to play a stretch 5 out there on them. Ibaka can shoot the 3 as well. They got man off the bench. Clippers the deepest team. I like the Clippers to win the West unless Anthony Davis turn back into the monster Anthony Davis. Then the Lakers can win it. But it's a 2-horse race. I don't think Phoenix can beat them. I don't think Phoenix can beat the Clippers or the Lakers, to be honest with you. And Utah, it's something. I think they just need. I don't know Donovan Mitchell. He ain't that bona fide 1A superstar yet. You know, he won, but he's something. You know, it's like he ain't LeBron, he ain't KD, he ain't Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, but he like 1 tier under them. They need another player that's going to be at least the same tier as Donovan Mitchell on that team, or they got to upgrade to a tier 1 in order to win a championship.
Okay.
So who everybody got winning it all?
I got Brooklyn. It depends. I got to go back to what Chris said. I'm looking at the comments because for me the series is Lakers Phoenix. You know, it's hard to pick a winner so early. So I want everybody to know that I'm not that good at picking winners, you know, at the beginning because it's all about how teams are playing maybe after the first couple games. But at the first couple games, you'll be like, oh, they got an AD that came to play. Hold on, that changed my whole pick. It changed the way that I look at things. But based on what I've seen, AD was on something, so I don't have a whole lot of faith in the Lakers right now. LeBron looked a little. He looked like he didn't have a whole lot of lift. It looked like he was maybe winded a little bit, and then they still had to rely on the oldest man on the team to carry them. Like, that's unfair. You know what I'm saying? It should be AD carrying the team. But again, I like Chris said, the winner of Phoenix and Lakers is going to determine where I go from there. And Brooklyn all the way to the East, I feel like it's already set. It's Brooklyn. So, but overall, I'll take Brooklyn. If I had to bet right now, I'll take Brooklyn.
Who do you have, Dallas?
I got Brooklyn. No injuries, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Chris, what about you?
I'm going the same. No matter who wins that series in the West, none of them can beat Brooklyn in 7. So, like, the Western Conference is just for bragging rights, I guess, because you still ain't gonna win the championship.
Yeah, see, Money, I see the comment, man. I'm working. I'm trying to pull these stocks, the stock game, this crypto game. So I'll be betting on that. I got to get with Dallas and understand the how to bet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you would be. You got to, Coach. I'm over here doing it now. That's why I keep looking to the side. I'm with you, legal. Yeah.
He been on my case for like a year now, man. Coach, you got to get this, got to get that. I'm like, man, I'm trying to focus on these shorties. Like, okay, hey, I'm getting ready to head to the gym right now. So I'm like,
yeah, Miami already up 9-2.
Oh yeah. Miami, give me Miami.
Yeah.
At Legal Licks with 2 S's on Instagram is how you sign up. At Legal Licks on Instagram, 2 S's. The one with like 14,000 followers, not the fake ones.
Perfect. All right. So, Chris, since you are on here, are there any life updates that you want to talk about since you're the new star of Power, which is like the biggest show ever?
Hey, he's a star.
This one's gonna be dope, man. I'm working on the Tommy spinoff. Tommy got his own spinoff. It's called Power Book Force. Yeah, Power Book 4 Force, man, and it's gonna be fire. We got some dope cast members. I think this is gonna be the one that is like a totally different show. It ain't gonna even feel like Power. It ain't gonna even think it's a spinoff. The only reason you're gonna know it's a spinoff is because we calling him Tommy. But this is like such a different show. It's him in a different world. And Chicago is one of those cities where when you film here, it takes on its own character. It becomes the main character. So that alone is going to make it feel like a totally different show. It ain't going to even feel like Power. So I'm excited about that more than anything. It's going to stand alone. The Snowfall thing was dope. I'm hoping I get to come back season 5. I'm still waiting to figure that all out now, man. And I'm just staying out the way working, man. That's it.
Hey,
right
Chris.
now. Yeah.
I heard Tommy from Chicago, like,
Yes, he is. A real one too.
Yeah, like Washington Heights, like Brainerd Park area, somewhere like that.
Yeah, real one.
Yeah.
Joseph Secor. That's
he's my favorite character on the show. Yeah.
And he's a lot of people's favorite characters, and that's why I think this show gonna be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Power spinoff.
Yeah. In fact, I don't like nobody on the show but Tommy. I'm gonna say that. I watched the show for Tommy.
Right, hey man.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying all like, yo, it's the
it's all good in my book. Yeah, it was like Joseph Secor. We got Tommy Flanagan over here, Shane Harper, Isaac Keys. Man, we got some people. Lily Simmons, Gabrielle Ryan. We got some people, man. It's gonna be dope.
Now let me say that right. It ain't I don't like nobody. Tommy just, man, I don't know. He just do it, man.
Tommy.
He's a dude. He that dude.
Shout out to Jeremiah.
Yeah.
So I saw an interview a while ago with Omari, and they asked him if he could rank Power, Snowfall, and The Wire. So since you've been on 2 of those shows, what would be your ranking as a viewer?
As a viewer, this is going to be kind of crazy because I would say The Wire is 1, but I feel like The Wire had too many throwaway seasons to just label the whole show number 1. Like, there was like throwaway seasons of The Wire where it was just like whatever to me. Like, but I think I will say I think I will say the Wire still number one, and then I'm gonna go Power, then Snowfall. Because Snowfall is the truth, but I would rank them just like that though. Snowfall 3, Power 2, and the Wire number one.
I feel like I'm showing my age a little bit. I actually have never seen The Wire, so I can't give my preference. But Dallas and Coach Parker, how would you go?
I got The Wire as one. I actually like Snowfall and then Power. Power. When I watch it, it seemed to have a little. I don't know. It seemed to have a little bit of fructose on it. You know what I'm saying? It can get sweet at times. I'm like, but when I watch, and that's part of the draw because I think it draws in a lot of female viewers. But when I watch Snowfall, my wife loves Snowfall. We watch it together. So, it's cool, but it connects with me. It seems like it's a real story. And in The Wire, I feel like I'm watching history.
Right.
All of them are good. I don't put one down. I just, if you ask me to rank them, Wire, Snowfall, then Power. Yeah, all great shows. And highlighting stories of my people. Yeah.
Dallas?
I haven't seen The Wire. I was watching Inside the NBA, man. I was watching Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie, man. That's what I was watching. I ain't watched The Wire. I just that's who I watched. That was my favorite show. I ain't really watched Snowfall. I only watched Snowfall when Chris was on there, so I only watched Snowfall. I watched Power. So yeah, I guess Power number one for me by default, and then Inside the NBA. Well, Inside the NBA, then Power. There we go.
Inside the NBA.
You're watching Inside NBA all the time, then you need to make us go 5-0 with this pick. So what's the free pick of the day?
Free pick today, we're going to go James Harden, 10 assists. I'm going to put an asterisk by it, though, because if Brooklyn happens to blow Boston out and Boston and James Harden don't play the fourth quarter or something like that, it might not get it. But he plays 4 quarters, 25 minutes, 10 assists easy. Free pick of the day. And I also like to throw the Seattle Storm out there, too. They're going to win again tonight. Seattle Storm, but James Harden, 10 assists.
For sure.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they did blow him out, that Steve Nash would allow James Harden to continue to play to kind of find his rhythm, within the game. Yeah.
All right.
I can see that, too.
Yeah, because he's been out for a minute, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we are 4-0.
You want to give a pick, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? You say what?
Yeah, we need the celebrity pick.
You give a free pick. Let's test your jumpers.
All right, man. My little free pick is Tyler Hero to hit three or more threes.
I like that.
I got Tyler Hero to hit 3 or more threes, but
legal leaks.
Huh?
That get the legal lick stamp of approval, man. I got
Tyler Hero for 3, and I give another one. I got Kevin Durant going for 30.
Ooh, 30.
I got him a 30 ball and 3 threes because he usually only do 2. I got him 3 today for the 30 ball.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm interested to see these games. I'm finna get on this flight. And
appreciate you, Coach.
Appreciate
you, Maya. Appreciate you, Dallas. Thank y'all.
Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Indeed.
See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.